for our Prophet, as he relates so much to him in every single phase and chapter of his life, is just reflecting and resembling the story of Musa. And when Rasulullah confronted the people of Quraysh, it was just the exact same scene when Musa confronted Fir'aun. And with that first meeting, again, after 10 years between Fir'aun and Musa, Fir'aun took that one card and reminded him of his old sins, forgetting the major and unmatchable sins of Fir'aun himself. And the first question that Fir'aun asks to Musa, وَمَا رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ? Fir'aun is asking, وَمَا رَبُّ الْعَالَمِينَ? And keep in mind, Fir'aun is an intelligent man. This man has controlled Egypt for centuries and decades. So he knows exactly how to transfer the audience, how to manipulate the social media. As the Fir'auns of today are working so hard, when you post stories and posts and reels about Gaza, about Palestine, about exposing the truth, immediately your account is blocked. They would manipulate the algorithms to reduce the viewers and the amount of watches on your videos. Those are the Fir'aun of today, and they're using the exact same strategy of the Fir'aun of Musa. So Fir'aun is bringing all his magicians together, and he's asking him, trying to call him, what is the Lord of all worlds? Now Musa here, as a student of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, needs to give one-line answer that Fir'aun cannot debate. And he uses the universe around him. This is the same strategy that Ibrahim used when he debated Namrud. And he told him, رَبُّ السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا إِن كُنتُمْ مُوقِنِينَ. Now Fir'aun, you claim, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى. You are the Lord of these people, of course, because you control who dies and who lives. This is the same poor and idiot mentality of Namrud. When Ibrahim told him, my Lord is the one who revives the dead and causes the living to die, he said, أَنَا أُحْيِي وَأُمِيتُ. Same here. And he brought two people from the prison. He executed one and he set one free. Look at me. I'm bringing people to life. I'm giving life to people and giving death to others. So Ibrahim had to move to a universal sign that Namrud cannot debate. And he told them the sun is coming from the east, to bring it from the west. Game over. Drop the mic. Musa alayhi salam dropped the mic from that one for his reply. My Lord is the one who created heavens and earth and what's in between them. If you claim you are the God of those three, then make a change in them. Give me your claim and your evidence. Fir'aun didn't have any response. And instead he turned to the audience and he said, إِنَّ رَسُولَكُمُ الَّذِي أُرْسِلَ إِلَيْكُمْ لَمَجْنُونَ. This man is crazy. He's saying, رَبُّكُمْ وَرَبُّ آبَائِكُمُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. What are you talking about? Where is your God in the previous nations? And this is again the same mentality of the Fir'auns of today. If they cannot fight you, they will try to paint your picture with different words. You are a terrorist. Those a group of people are danger to the world. We have to save Iraq. We have to come to Afghanistan and save them from the terrorists over there. We need to help the poor people in Israel to self-defense themselves from those terrorists who were sieged for the last 75 years. That's what they do, and this is the exact same mentality of Fir'aun. Hey, Musa is crazy. Not just that. I'm afraid. Fir'aun is afraid. إِنِّي أَخَافُ أَنْ يُبَدِّلَ دِينَكُمْ أَوْ أَنْ يُظْهِرَ فِي الْأَرْضِ الْفَسَادَ. Hey brothers, I'm afraid this man will distribute corruption in Egypt. Really. Like you're disturbing the righteousness and peace and justice, aren't you? Those people are very good when they bring the very beautiful and shiny words of freedom and justice. But behind that, they're nothing but Fir'auns. Nothing but Al-Masih al-Dajjal is standing in their shape and form. Fir'aun turned the audience attention so that they can support him to fight Musa alayhi salam. Now again, there is something I forgot to mention. Musa alayhi salam came to Egypt after 10 years As he was in Madian doing his thing, Allah was making his own changes in generations of Banu Israel. Some generation was to be waived. Some generation has to go away, and a new generation would come. And those generations would be the chosen ones. وَأَنِّي فَضَّلْتُكُمْ عَلَى الْعَالَمِينَ. Believe it or not, the Jews at that time were the best people who walked on the planet of Earth. This is why when you read Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling Musa, ثُمَّ جِئْتَ عَلَى قَدَرٍ يَا Musa. Oh Musa, you came on a very calculated and distant destiny for you. Every step was calculated. When you came to Madian and you found those two ladies waiting and those group of people around the well, it was a perfect time. And guess what? It's not a coincidence. I did all the math for you. Every step in your life, brothers and sisters, your graduation, your birth, your work, your employment, your success, your failure, your marriage, your divorce, every step. When you understand the philosophy of destiny that Allah is giving to us, the time you arrived to Calgary, the time you went back home, the time you got married, the time you got your first job, the time you opened your business, all of that is by Allah. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name, Al-Muqit. One of there's two meanings to Al-Muqit. Al-Muqit is the one who provides you with Al-Qut. Now Ibn Ashur says Al-Muqit, the one who controls Al-Mawaqit. The one who has the accurate timings of your life. The one who delays. That's another beautiful two names, write them down. Al-Muqaddim wal-Mu'akhir. The one who brings things forward, who fastens your destiny, and the one who delays the stuff. Fir'aun, as we mentioned yesterday, he called out for a meeting. Let's fight. If you bring in that king to a snake, let's have a debate. He brought all the magicians of Egypt, 70,000. Yom Zinat, Saturday, every single soul in Egypt will gather and witness the victory, and they were so confident. Musa alayhi salam was shaking. It's just him and his brother and the king in his hand. Yes, he did lots of rehearsals with the snake. Every time he drops it, and then he turns to a snake, he comes back and picks it up. But you know, that one time when you're on the stage, you're always afraid. What if I dropped the cane and it didn't work? What if I dropped the cane and it was just a lie? Again, when he confronted the magicians, he was afraid. And Allah secured his fear again. Brothers, wallahi, I come to a conclusion that the most precious lesson of Musa's story is La takhaf. Do not fear. Everyone should come out of Ramadan with a full, peaceful, and unlimited tranquility in your life. Every time you panic or shake, remember, we got it for you. I got your back if you just trust me. When they dropped all the ropes and it started moving, imagine dropping a rope and the rope started flying and moving around. Magic! Sihr! يخيل إليه من سحرهم أنها تسعى فأوجس في نفسه خيفة موسى. Musa was afraid. Allah revealed to him on the spot. You're not gonna be afraid now. This is not the time. You're not gonna run away like you did on the mountain. لا تخف إنك أنت الأعلى وألق ما في يمينك. Drop the cane again. تلقف ما صنعوا. You drop the cane. The anaconda comes out and it swallows everything on the ground. تلقف ما صنعوا إنما صنعوا كيد ساحر. In other narration, كيد سحر. The magicians knew on the spot. Those people are experienced. They know what they're dealing with. This is not a magic. This is an absolute work of God. All of them prostrate for the first time ever to someone else but Fir'aun, to Rabbi Harun wa Musa. Game is over. And the debate is concluded. Musa is victorious. Fir'aun doesn't end here. Fir'aun has even gotten worse. And he said, if that's what you do, I will start killing you more and more. And I will not kill you. I will cut your hands and your legs and crucify you on the trees, so that your children and your women would be seeing you back and forth as they walk in the streets of Egypt. لأقطعن أيديكم وأرجلكم من خلاف ولأصلبنكم في جذوع النخل. And you would know who's stronger, me or the God of Musa. Allahu Akbar. Musa alayhi salam was fed up. And the people of Banu Israel complained again. And they said, Ya Musa, أُوذِينَا مِنْ قَبْلِ أَنْ تَأْتِيَنَا وَمِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جِئْتَنَا. Before you came and after you came, our situation didn't change. And this is a situation of people who don't believe truly in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With the first win, the first test, they start shaking. They say, Ya Allah, I prayed for you. I made dua for you. You didn't change anything. And they lose hope and stop praying and calling Him. And Musa alayhi salam asked Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Rabb, Rabbana, Fir'aun has gone beyond and above the corruption. اطمس على أموالهم واشدد على قلوبهم فلا يؤمنوا حتى يروا العذاب. Ya Allah, please destroy their wealth and tighten the heart until they see the severe punishment right now and right here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا. That's in Surah Yunus. O Musa, your dua has been received and accepted. Now take that. Musa alayhi salam made the dua and Allah told him, قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا. When did Fir'aun die? When was Fir'aun drowned in the sea? 40 years after the dua of Musa. Allahu Akbar. So Musa lived 130 years to the best of narrations. He lived 40 years before he was sent as a messenger. And then another 40 years with Fir'aun being alive in Egypt. He made a dua, Ya Allah, destroy Fir'aun. Allah says, I answered your dua. But Musa didn't see the answer. Yet Allah told him, قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا فَاسْتَقِيمَا. 40 years. And Fir'aun was still there on the throne. Now that's a message to every single one who made the dua last week, who made the dua last month, and he's complaining, Ya Allah, where's my dua? I told him the exact same response that Allah gave to Musa, قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا. Believe you me, Wallahi, your dua is received and accepted. There is no two ways about it. Allah says, ادعوني أستجب لكم. If the kafir makes a dua to Allah, he will be responded by Allah. Because Allah says in Surah Al-Naml, أَمَّا يُجِيبُ الْمُضْطَرَّ إِذَا دَعَاهُ. Al-Muttar, anyone in need. Even if a kafir made a dua, Allah wouldn't turn his hands back zero. Iblis made a dua, and Allah accepted his dua. Do you think Allah will reject yours? But the thing about you want the dua to work like a magic stick. You make a dua at Qiyam Night, next morning you see it coming true. Next morning you see the government sending you a job offer with a dream job. Next morning you see the Lamborghini and the BMW X6 parked in your garage. Next morning you find your dream house being bought and paid off. Next morning you find the beautiful and charming lady waiting for you until you come, baby, I'm waiting for you. I'm the response of Allah. It doesn't work like that. Allah responds, but He brings it to reality at His own time and calendar. That's an muqeed. The one who responds, but you have to believe in the times of Allah. This is why Rasulullah says, لا يعجلن أحدكم. One of you shall not be hasty. فقالوا يا رسول الله وما الاستعجال? What is hastiness? فيقول أن أحدكم يدعو فيقول دعوت ولم يستجب لي. I made a dua and Allah didn't respond. But Allah always responds in one of three ways. Either He gives you what you want, or He delays it until the last day of judgment, or He takes something bad away from you. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings forward. Yet, during those 40 days, Allah revealed to Musa, Ya Musa, أوحينا إلى موسى وأخيه أن تبوأ لقومكما بمصر بيوتا واجعلوا بيوتكم قبلة. Stay at your home and make your houses your qibla. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةِ. And establish your prayers. Ya Allah, we're being oppressed and being killed and you're telling us, pray? What kind of solution is that? Yes. At the times of oppression, at the times of difficulties, the best solution is to go and pray. This is also a function of Ibrahim alayhi salam when he dropped his wife in Mecca, and the first dua that he made, Rabbana, bring them fruits? No. Bring them people? No. Bring them rizq and rain? No. Rabbana liyuqimu as-salah. Yuqimu as-salah. At every single stage of your life, the first step you take is to come back to Allah. Is to have Allah as your emergency contact. Aisha radiallahu anha used to describe Rasulullah and says, كَانَ إِذَا حَزَمَهُ أَمْرٌ يَفْزَعُ إِلَى الصَّلَاةِ. When life is tightened, is cornering him, he would run to prayer. After 40 years, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Musa alayhi salam, this is the time. Take Banu Israel and leave. And leave at night, not at the daytime. And أَسْرِ بِعِبَادِي لَيْلًا إِنَّكُمْ مُتَّبَعُونَ. Leave Egypt and run toward the sea. Musa alayhi salam takes Banu Israel, 30,000 people, and he runs. The next morning, Fir'aun knows about this plan of Musa alayhi salam. And he says, إِنَّ هَؤُلَاءِ لَشِرْذِمَةٌ قَلِيلُونَ وَإِنَّهُمْ لَنَا لَغَائِظُونَ وَإِنَّا لَجَمِيعٌ حَاذِرُونَ. Look how Allah destroys the corrupted from their own corruption. Fir'aun could have let Musa just leave. Get out. Just leave me with my own kingdom. I don't want to lose my child. But look how Allah drags him. And Fir'aun decides to leave and go out with his soldiers to follow Musa alayhi salam. Last but not least, in Surah Al-Shu'ara, Allah pictures that scene that I believe due to the time, we'll just pause here and continue tomorrow, inshallah. As most probably, tomorrow there will be Qiyam Night and there will be Ramadan. Most probably no one knows. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only knows about that. Musa is blocked by the sea and Fir'aun is about to catch them in the back. The people of Musa, they're not graduates yet from the school of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like Musa. They don't have the lesson of La Takhaf. So all of them were panicking and they said, Inna lamudrakun. We're caught, we're done. They're almost after us. They're going to take us back and continue the series of punishment. But the one and only one person who stood firm is the one who was told La Takhaf 5 times in 5 different occasions. He said, Inna lamudrakun. Right? Musa alayhi salam said, Kalla, inna ma'i rabbi sayadin. Absolutely not. My Lord is with me, and He will guide me. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know at what shape He will save me. But inna ma'i rabbi sayadin. That's a secret of life. If you understand inna ma'i rabbi sayadin, I guarantee you an unlimited peace and safety and security and tranquility and happiness in this life and the hereafter. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Brothers and sisters, just a reminder that inshallah tomorrow at 12 p.m. We will be